Hello everybody! My name is Max or Sithman36 and I am bringing you part 3 of my Minecraft adventure or Let's Play. In this episode, first off, we're going to be building a huge tower on top of my house. I think this is really important when you're building a Minecraft house because it's happened way too many times for me. Where, oh look, a flaming zombie, how nice. Way too many times when I've died in my house by like a creeper and it's blown up my entire house, including my bed. And I've spawned at my original spawn point and I have no idea where it is. So I just think this is a good precaution. Also, if you wander off, then you kind of always know where your house is. So I take some stone or whatever, dirt sometimes, and I just build a huge tower up to the sky limit. Of course, when you're doing this, you can only have stone in your inventory because you die afterwards, and it would suck if you lost all your stuff. So I always try to take stone. Also, another reason this is really good is because you can like look around at the land and get a feel at where you are and what you can possibly do in the future. Wow, this is a pretty map. There's a lot of potential. That little cove thing, again, is really cool. Ooh, I might explore that later. That looks cool too. But, so in a second here, I'm gonna jump off and, have to collect my stone. 360! Okay, here we go. This episode is, again, not the most exciting episode, but I think we're almost at the point where all of these are going to be very exciting. The very beginning of Minecraft is not the most exciting part. We have a slightly shorter episode of the Let's Play today. It's only like 8 minutes where the others are like 9. I don't know how that happened. But, right now, now I'm thinking I might go get some sand to make me some windows in my house later. But first, I'm just gonna expand my house. Right now, I'm kind of realizing that my house is under a hole. There's a hole under my house, which is kind of annoying to deal with, but I think I can just put cobblestone there. So I think in this episode, I'm going to explain my sister's, my sister's story. If you guys didn't know, I'm the brother of the Kittens Inspired by Kittens girl. Or in other words, Blake Kelly O, I think it is. That's not actually your name, but, so I would like to tell my story of this huge success story. If you didn't know, Kittens Inspired by Kittens is a video that has like 12 million views on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description, unless I get lazy, and I don't. But it was pretty big. She got on the Tyra Banks show, and so basically what happened, we were in a cabin and we were all really bored, and my sister decided that she wanted to make a video, because I had made videos on not this channel but different ones at that point, and she was kind of jealous. She was only like 6, so she felt the need to YouTube. So she made this video about her basically just like talking about cats. And nothing really happened. It was kind of funny. We all laughed at it. We sent it to some relatives. Just funny, fun times. Like, I think it was like a year went by, and then like one day my dad calls me at like 12 o'clock at night and goes like, "Oh my gosh, look at Maddie's video. It has like 20,000 views." And I like wake up, I'm like, "What?" And I like look at my computer very groggily, and I just like look at the corner of her video and it says like 20,962. I'm like, "What?" And I'm like freaking out. I like wake up my sister. I'm like, "Your video has 20,000 views." She's like, "What?" And she wakes up my mom, and my mom was like, "What?" There was a lot of whats going around. But so that happened. She had 20,000 views like out of nowhere. So we looked around and we realized that there was a bunch of big blogs that had this video link on it, and they were talking about it and how funny it was. And it was just so weird to us because it's been up for like half a year and no one noticed it. And suddenly it was just famous. So after this, it just continuously got more and more. After a while, it had 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. The Soup did a bit about Maddie's video on it. It was crazy. Maddie, my sister, was she was getting a lot of attention. So, yeah, so after that, eventually, after it had like 8 million views at this point, and we get a call from Tyra Banks, and she said she wants Maddie on her show. She's doing a bit about famous YouTube videos from kids. And we're like, oh my god, Tyra Banks wants Maddie to go on her show? So my dad, who doesn't live with us, my parents are divorced, but my dad takes us to New York, and it's just like this really fun. We get this like really tiny hotel room, and it's very different from where we live now. And actually now my dad lives in New York, but this was before that time. But we get there, and we go to the Tyra Banks show, and it was just crazy. There was like hundreds of people in the audience just like watching Maddie talking about her little kittens video. It was really crazy, and just we met like David After Dentist there, who we actually talked to him in the elevator and stuff. Although he has a lot more views than Maddie at this point, but did I already say that Maddie is my sister? That's her name. But it was just a crazy story of twists, and it was mind-boggling at the time, just seeing how many views she was getting because of my sister just like talking about cats. So yeah, it was just crazy how everything went down. We ended up getting like a commercial deal, and we actually got even though this commercial that I'm not gonna say what it's for, it was like for a phone or something, but even though it didn't even get aired, we got paid a lot of money. I'm not gonna say how much, but it was a lot of money. It's gonna help us pay for college a lot. And the ad that we were doing, it didn't have anything to do with kittens at all. Maddie was not remotely related to what they were trying to advertising, a phone. But because of her fame from this video that she did in a cabin in like the middle of nowhere with no TV, we had each been paid a large sum of money and had an ad deal. And it was just crazy, this story. She has like thousands of friends. That didn't even make sense. Thousands of friends on Facebook, and it's still hard for me to believe how famous she got. To be honest, I am a little bit jealous. I'm sure you guys are wondering. I am a little bit jealous that she got that many views, but I'm still really proud of her. She is my sister, and it was just a great story. Well, I gotta go, guys. Hope you liked my story. Get ready for part 4. Goodbye.